Y'all on YouTube, this is Rob the Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we've got a very special unboxing, something coming in from Brandon. I believe this is something he's donating to the channel for a giveaway, so let's take a look. All right, today I'm opening up my box with my Numb Knives Cornerstone Pinch Lock. Great little knife if you haven't had a chance to check it out yet. We got a box within the box. Let's make sure there's nothing on the box to say anything on there. Okay, there is some stuff on there, so we're going to hide that. Make sure I don't give any of that personal information away. How do we get in there again? I think it's right here. And I'm going to just open it over here so we don't show, because I think it's labeled on this side of the box to actually be shipped to me. So I'm not sure if he had to put it in the bag afterwards or what. So let's see. Okay, so there's a note. Hold on, let me read the note. Make sure it's nothing private. Hey Rob, or hi Rob, I've gotten to be a big fan of your channel. Man, thank you. Thank you so much for that. At least when it comes to knives. I feel like we have a similar nerdy OCD ASD vibe. I'll leave the content creation to you. Enclosed are 3 knives. WMK White Mountain Knives exclusive Kizer Banish XL loaner I mentioned, plus a couple of donations to the channel you are welcome to keep or include in a giveaway. QSP Penguin, cool, and a drop Ferrum Forge Deo. Wishing you and your family health and success. Thank you, Brandon. Regards, Brandon. Well, cool. So one of them is a loaner, and the other 2 are going to be something given to the channel. So this would be something given to the channel. This is the one he's letting me check out. That's his, and I'll be returning that, obviously, and we'll keep it all in here. So that way we can get back to Brandon for his kind, generous loaning and donation. So what I want to do first is we're gonna make this the big one. So hang around, we'll come to that. We'll just look at this real quick. So we got a QSP. You know, we've unboxed a lot of QSPs. This right here is an M390. Ooh, titanium. This looks like a fancy one for a giveaway. Wait a second. This will be a very nice giveaway. Oh yeah, dark M390 titanium clip. Ooh, very nice. Thumb studs, frame lock, steel bar insert over travel stop, standoffs in the back, nice dead centered. I've owned several of these. And the nice thing about these guys, let me see if I can do it. Middle finger reverse flick, right? And usually I can do it left-handed as long as I put my finger on there. Let's see if I can do it here. Yep. But thumb studs for sure. Works really, really nicely. M390, by the way. There it is. You see that M390? That's really nice. This will be a rather premium one to give away. We'll have to make this a big deal special. And they're nice and solid. Captive pivot. I love the stone wash finish on this thing. It's kind of like a dark wash. That's really, really cool. And M390. So this will be a very, very, very nice giveaway. So thank you for that. I'm going to just put this in here for now, because we'll come back to it for like a little picture at the end. Let me just close that. So I'm going to put this over here for now. And then this one is a Civivi, it looks like. So let's see, what do we have here? No, this is the Ferrum Forge. It's in a Civivi bag. This is a, did he say this was the White Mountain? Oh, that was the White Mountains exclusive, right? No, the Kizer Banish is a White Mountain new QSP's Penguin, and then a drop Ferrum Forge Deo. Now, I think I've always wanted to check this. I've had Ferrum Forge. I had the Mordex, was the first one I ever had. Okay, the Deo. I feel like daylight come and the daylight go. Deo. Sorry. What do we have here? S35VN blade steel. Definitely finger choke up like you can on a lot of Ferrum Forge. A little bit longer knife. Frame lock. Steel bar insert over travel stop. The middle, the fuller right there for the reverse flick works really nicely. Over here, let's see, make sure. All right, so on this one, don't put your finger on the lock bar and it should be pretty easy to open. If you go down low, still, you got to make sure your finger's off that lock bar. So for me, it's going to be easiest to open up there. The flip right here, it is a light switch. This is one of those, let me see, push button. Push button actually works not too bad. So push down, just make sure your finger's off the lock bar. Okay, so Yeah, lock bar. And then the light switch. The flipper is not, it's not best leverage for a really strong flipper flip. So, you know, and then to do the fuller, there you go. Can't really front flip it, but that is really cool. This will be a very nice giveaway too. Wow. Thank you, man. Really appreciate you doing that. These are a couple of unbelievable giveaways. Wow. We'll put that one over here as well. It just happens to be in a Civivi box, but this is a Ferrum Forge. Usually these were dropped, I believe, through Amazon, through the drop company, which is now, what is it? Cavizo. Cavizo now is what they used to be. So this is the fancy one. This is the Banish XL Jacob Lundquist design. This is Rex 45 blade steel, stone wash titanium handle. So this is going to be, this will be a very nice one to check out. All right, so first I think we have to slide this off. Make sure I do that. All right, then we have the nice box. I like their new box, by the way. I've had several of these with this new box. I think it's really cool. And then typically what you get in here is you get like a little extra hardware, you get a sticker, right? You get the cloth, and then you get the paperwork. So that's very typical. I'll make sure I put that back in nice and even. That's very typical with the Kizer stuff. And then of course it comes in a little bag like this. So it's kept nice and clean. And then it's inside another bag, which is, we'll open this very gently. Like that. Oh, this looks like, has it even been opened yet? Did I get this before you even opened it? This looks like it hasn't even been out of the box yet. All right, so this is an exclusive titanium. Is this titanium? Yes, the clip is titanium too, even though it looks like it's milled. All right, so that's nice because I tend to bend clips. This is a Jason Lundquist design, so here we go. That beautiful, this is the Wharncliffe blade right there. It is a button lock. Yeah, plunge lock engaged in there. Well, I like the little rounded on the bunch lock. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of cool, actually. Yeah. And then you have the fuller, and then you also have the front flipper right there, right? And I think, let's see. Yep, we can do the reach around. Very easy. Do it again. Now, the nice thing about this, this is made so it goes down into a cut, which means you can also do a pull cut really well, like a pull cut, or if you're going to do a pull cut through like cardboard, leather, plastic, what have you. And the blade steel on this guy, Rex 45, which is a nice steel. I like Rex 45. I actually have, which is the one Rex 45? Oh, my smock. Yeah, so let me look at that. So my smock from Spyderco is Rex 45. I do have that on Rex 45. So, you know, it's definitely a really cool steel. I like the button lock. I like this design on here. That's really cool. I like the clip. Pretty good action access under there. Definitely a wide handle, so you can really get in there for a cut. It's not meant to be, you know, it does have that swoopy thing. So like if you're cutting into something, it's like a good cut that way. You have a place where you can keep your finger in there, so you can definitely lock so you don't slide around. So if you're worried about sliding around, you could even do this if you needed to. But you could choke up to about right there. My large hands with big meaty fingers, I've got pretty good room there. Jimping. This is actually functional jimping. It works. It works. It's you can go over it, but it locks you in when you push in. So I do enjoy that, and I'm appreciative of that. That's actually functional jimping. The scale is really nice, beautifully chamfered, no hot spots. Surprisingly, even though this looks like it'd be edgy, it's not too terribly edgy at all. Let's feel this edge. Nice and sharp. Pretty thin little edge. When we do the review, I'm going to guess it's like 100 thousandths to 111 thousandths or 110 thousandths or something like that. Action's really nice. Let's feel no blade play, no rock. And it's in there pretty solid with the button lock. Very surprising with that plunge lock. That plunge lock really engages well. Wait, hold on. No wonder. Are you kidding me? Hold on. I was wrong. It's not a plunge lock. I am so wrong. Okay. This is cool. I was not expecting that. It's a top liner lock. It's a freaking top liner lock. Oh my gosh. That is done really well. I freaking love it. Okay, I was so wrong. So some of you guys I'm going to have to put a note in the video earlier, but I was so wrong. Okay, so there's the tang of the blade. There's right there, right? And then you've got this right here. There's a bar right here that you can see it better here that actually engages. Let me close it. You see that? It's not a plunge lock. I kept thinking it's a plunge lock because it's behind here. No wonder why it's so solid. And you have a nice crisp detent. Thinking like that was really crisp for a plunge. This is a top liner lock. I am such an idiot. Wow. That's really, really cool. That was a double bonus. That's cool. That was a double bonus, man. I like finding stuff out like that. So, Rex 45, titanium scale, top liner lock, titanium clip. Really, really nice. This is a White Mountain exclusive. If you like Jason Lundquist, you definitely need to go check this out. This is definitely very, very cool. Here, I'll bring it over here again. Did I say Jason? Jacob Lundquist. Jacob Lundquist. I got to correct myself. Rex 45, stone washed, titanium handle. This is 2.96 inches. This is the Banish XL. So this is a larger version of the one I've checked out. I like the size. I like the size a lot. By the way, easy to roll open because it's a top line lock. I can do left and right hand. Reversible clip. I do like that. That's nice. Very easy, very clean. 2 pins. So this will get you, and it's recessed into the clip, so you're not going to catch in it anywhere. So that's really cool. Yeah, a lot of positives about this little guy here. This is a real wonderful, wonderful surprise of a knife. We got to do a close up in this one. You got to see this one up close. All right, so here's that beautiful Wharncliffe blade. It is flat grind. You've got the button here that made me think it was a plunge lock. You snuck that one up on me. I love the spiral design right here. Looks like we got T8s all the way around here. Is that T8s or bigger? Anyway, we'll check those in a second. The button here, which has got a kind of a cool design on there. I like that. That's something different I haven't seen in button locks. And I think that's a nice touch. Reversible pocket clip. Jimping up here, that is actually functional. Locks you in. It looks like it's super smooth, but once you push down, you lock in. Nice big thumb hole. Couple standoffs right here. The clip, as you can see, recessed screws into the clip, which is nice, right? There's not a whole lot of weight relief. There's a little weight relief in there. You can see that. Back here, I didn't see it. So there's good weight relief, and no wonder it's not super heavy. You've got this liner in here for the top liner lock, and you can see that. You can see it now. Here, let's see if we do this. You see that? It goes in and out. I think that's really cool. I missed that. That's stinking cool. Got the clip, nice and rounded all the way around, chamfering all the way around here. So sometimes this is not going to be an aesthetic that everyone's going to dig, but it is executed well. Nice chamfering, so nothing's uncomfortable. The clip, it's got that little, duckbill thing here. You're going to love it or hate it. It is what it is. Captive pivot. I love the kind of coming around there. And then you see this beautiful, the Banish XL, Rex 45. Over here you have Kizer. So I think maybe that's the Jacob Lundquist design. Is that what it is? Let's see. Is there any other design anywhere? Nope. All right. So, and then you've got the back part of the blade. It is nicely rounded on top, and you can see that tip comes to a nice pokey tip, so definitely can be used very well. Let's zoom out. So we get a nice little thumbnail shot here, and my big old goofy looking or goofy dummy not realizing this is not a button lock. This was actually a top liner lock. I think that's great. That's great. That's super great. Really, really nice. I have to tell you that the way they executed this, I really like the placement of this. I like how it works. Doesn't take much to disengage it. So if you're over here left-handed and you're gripping it like this, let's say, could you could. You have a thick callus hand or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of if I had thick calluses on my hand. Could I? Yeah, you could kind of get in there. You really have to go out of your way. So just be careful left-handed. That's nice. I like that. There's a benefit why the compression lock, why there's no button sometimes, because then you don't push it in accidentally and it's kind of inside here. so you don't get to that. And that's why, like the pinch lock right here, it has that benefit. You can disengage one side, it's still locked on the other, but you have to do both before it disengages. So I like this though. If you're gonna do a button lock, this is probably my new favorite version of it. I don't think he's used this yet because this is in like absolutely perfect shape, like it's never been carried or anything. Wow, this is really nice. Do love the stone wash on there. Stone wash like this is really nice because it does hide, if you use this, less chance of seeing scratches and everything. Really, really cool. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much, Brandon. I appreciate that. I'll get this back to you because I know you're going to probably antsy to get your hands on it, so I'll try to get the review done quickly so I can get it back to you and do a little short on there. But thank you for letting me check this out. This is definitely a cool knife. So if you guys are looking for a knife, we'll find out what the price is. I don't know what it is. This is just unboxing, first impression. If I remember, I'll try to post something here. If not, it'll be in the link down below. But this is very cool. This is, again, the Jacob Lindquist, let me try to say that again. The Banish XL. This is a White Mountain Knives exclusive Rex 45 blade, stonewash titanium handle, top liner lock. Very, very, very nice. Really, really outstanding. And then we got a couple of knives here. We've got a Ferrum Forge drop here. This is part of the drop. You can see that D. That's typical. So this will be a future giveaway. Beautiful frame lock on this guy. So that'll be a future giveaway. And then we have this beautiful Kizer M390 titanium handle with the beautiful blade here, thumb studs, all that stuff, right? This is going to be another fantastic. So these two are going to be fantastic giveaways. Thanks so much to Brandon. And then this is his knife that I got to return to him. Yeah, I know some of you guys are like, oh, that would be so cool to win. Go check out Kizer. I mean, go check out White Mountain Knives. Use the RNK10. Save yourself 10% if you go buy it. Definitely worth saving some money on. But this is definitely cool. Thank you for letting me check this one out, Brandon. This is a real nice surprise. This is one of those where you get it and you're like, and then you get it and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool, and you're pleasantly surprised. And I'm very pleasantly surprised by that. So I really do appreciate that. Very, very cool. Future giveaways, super appreciative of that. Super cool knife to get to check out. We'll do a full review on this. Won't review that one. I don't know if I'll review this one. We'll see. I don't know if you can even still get this. I'll have to look into it. This is one of those knives that I don't know if it's even around anymore. So doing a review might not, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe not. We'll see if I have time. It's always an issue. I don't do this. I'm not a full-time YouTuber, just so you know. I do this part-time. I work full-time. And recently I've been working crazy hours, so I've been behind on content. So I'm trying to catch up. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for this. This is super, super stunningly cool. All right, guys. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit the like button, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button, because subscribing and liking to the channel, it does help. Allows my channel to grow, produce more content, do more things, ultimately for you guys. From cool channel members, subscribers out there, donating awesome, amazing knives to checking out cool knives from people who own them and other folks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are all a big part of that. If you haven't already, maybe consider hitting the notification button so you can be notified of future content like this and other cool videos. And a big shout out to my channel members. I appreciate you. Do two amazing things. One, you encourage me, and I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Secondly, because of your generous support, you allow me to check out things, do things that I didn't think we could at this point. Once a week budget banger giveaways. You're a big part of that. Two, to be able to look at knives like these, that, and this one I'm going to have to ship back, but to cover those costs, it adds up. It does add up. So I'm very, very appreciative to you guys for that. Thank you. As a small way for me to say thank you for those two amazing things. One, brand new channel members. Email me your name and address. Say, hey, I'm a brand new channel member. Love to mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note. I really do mean that. Two, as a channel member, you are eligible for the once a month members exclusive giveaway. So each week we do a budget banger giveaway. Thanks a lot to you channel members. Thank you. But then we also let's try that again. In each month, that 1 week, there'll be two giveaways where we'll have the members exclusive giveaway as well. You could win both. One member has actually won both one time. Happens, but rarely. That giveaway tends to be a little bit better than the budget banger. And hopefully it's something you would enjoy winning, or giving as a gift. So that's my idea. All right, if any of that sounds interesting, cool, and you would like to become a channel member, there is a link down below in the description. I have 3 different tiers. Would love to have you. Don't ever do it because you feel obligated or pressured in any way. Just do it because you want to. And if you choose to do so, thank you. Thank you. And if any of you are wondering, hey, I thought don't you also get emojis like, during chats and stuff? Yes, you do. Do you also get like kazoo salutes during the lives? Yes, of course. Don't you also get like 1 year, 2 year anniversary? Yes. Do you get exclusive content? Yes, all that's true. Yes, yes, yes. So thank you. Thank you. It's my way to just say thank you to you guys. You guys mean the world to me. All right, guys. If you haven't already, maybe also consider checking me out over on Instagram at Robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at Robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.